You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more.
Well, power man, this is your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, we have a return guest. It's my big homie. He had a fire project last time he was here called Los Ojos. Yeah, baby. And it was wild. You know, we're going to talk about lessons learned because he has, guess what, yet another project. My man stayed busy. It's called Demon City. He is nothing but an amazing writer, artist, creator. I mean, Harvey nominated. You know what I mean? Like, my man is out there getting it done. Let me introduce the incredible, the one, the only TM, and I don't mean trademark. It is Trevor Mueller. How you doing, buddy?
Al, I love your energy, man. It's like the end of the day for me. So, like, getting that is like an injection of caffeine right into the bloodstream. I love it.
Who the hell needs coffee when you got Al Mega in your life? Damn it. Let's go. Yeah, brother. Yo, thank you again for coming on, brother. You know, to talk about this new project you got popping, man. I can't wait to talk about it. But you know, shame on you for those that didn't watch the last time it was here. It was over like 50 episodes ago. But we'll make sure to check it out. Los Ojos, very easy, right? If you're Spanish, you know how to spell it, right, my friend? And if you don't, then, you know, look it up, right? Los Ojos. Let's learn how to spell in Spanish words. Now, bro, with that, bro, just messing around, fans. You know, I love you guys. So, talk to me, bro. For those that are unfamiliar, just a reminder to the people, to my fellow Crusaders, a bit about yourself again, where you OG from, you know, and about that last project, Los Ojos.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Trevor Mueller. I'm a comic book writer. I've been doing this professionally for almost 20 years. Mostly my work starts off on the web, and then I do a lot of self-published work. But my series, Albert the Alien, was Mark Waid's first young reader syndicated series on his Thrillbent website, and that got nominated for 2 Harvey Awards. And since that series ended, I've been trying to diversify the stories that I work on because my goal is to have a story for everyone when they come to my table at a convention. So last time you and I were on, we were talking about my first mature reader's book, Los Ojos, which was kind of like John Wick meets John Constantine, about a contract killer that when he looks people in Los Ojos, the eyes, he does not see them as human. He sees them as angels or demons. And since that time, probably around the same time I was working on the Los Ojos, I was working on Demon City with a different set of creators. Marco Perugini was my artist on Demon City. Shan Benian was the colorist. And then Micah Myers did our letters. And so a very different take on demons, because within Los Ojos, the story is kind of a, do demons walk among us? Is this character crazy? Does he see something that we don't see? This one takes place after an actual apocalyptic event, what I call a premature apocalypse. I'm told it happens to everybody. And now demons walk among us on Earth, and it's a buddy cop murder mystery story, kind of like Lethal Weapon, if somebody had, you know, also married that Lovecraft.
I caught on to that Lethal Weapon spiel from the get. Well, I felt that Homegirl is fucking Briggs. That's it.
Yep.
You know, especially with the first partner you introduced us to. You know, but of course, the things happen, folks. You got to read the book. It's fire. All right, so talk to me about that. Again, you know, Kickstarter, fun stuff, right? Los Ojos. How did that go?
Yeah, well, with Los Ojos, we funded that one through Zoop, and the reason that I had gone I did the reason I did Los Ojos on Zoop was because honestly, I hadn't done a crowdfunding campaign since 2018, and if I'm being completely honest with you, I was a little trigger shy. Like there's a lot of work that goes into setting up a campaign, to setting up interviews, to finding a printer, getting all the quotes, figuring out what your budget is, distribution, fulfillment, all those things. And it's been so long. Yeah, you're wearing multiple hats. I mean, I'm going to have a stack of hats that makes me look.
No wonder he has no hair, folks. So many hats way down the hair. The weight just, you know. I'm sorry, bro.
God damn. It's good, but so again, so with Los Ojos, like Zoop did all that work for me, and it helped me kind of build up
Yeah.
my confidence a little bit, and that kind of got me excited about trying to do one on my own. And so that's why we took Demon City to Kickstarter, where I'm able to do it myself. I already had an account on there. Again, we funded 4 books successfully through that platform just back, pre 2020, and so now I'm coming back with a mature reader's book, and I'm excited to get it out into the world.
Excellent. So, what lessons from Zoop did you kind of maybe bring over to Kickstarter? How are the crowdfunding campaigns any different between the two platforms? Different approaches. Like, talk about that.
Yeah, I would say a couple of things that I learned from Zoop, right, was the importance of podcasts, like being on yours, because that was a huge momentum driver when it comes to getting excitement and conversation going around the projects. Getting my audience a little bit more engaged and getting them to talk about the story, whether or not they're interested in it or not, right? Like just helping them to share the links and to get word of mouth going on there was a huge help within that campaign. And then the importance of having additional collaborators. And I'd say a big push with Los Ojos was that we got an exclusive cover from Ben Templesmith on there. So with Demon City, we've got pinups coming in from artists that you can add as an add-on to the campaign, and that's coming from my man John Bivens, who's worked on Heavy Metal, Dark Engine. He's a buddy of mine. Robert Carey, who's worked on The Outsiders with DC Comics.
Nice.
And then Ben Templesmith is coming back again.
Let me get my broom, man. You're dropping too many names, bro. I need a broom over here. What's going on? I love it. I love it.
But that helps. That helps get that excitement going. And so, again, the importance of that is something that I built off of with Los Ojos, and we're definitely applying that to the campaign for Demon City.
Wonderful. I mean, talk to me about a bit about Demon City and the initial concept of it when you thought this baby up. Like, is this a new story you thought up, or is something that's been laying in the back of your brain since you were a child, since you were in the womb, and it just, you've been waiting?
No, honestly, this stemmed from a conversation with my artist, Marco. I had found him online, and whenever I find a new artist, I always ask them a question. What do you want to draw? And Marco came back with, he really likes to do crime noir stories. He likes to do murder mystery stories. He's like, I want to do a murder mystery as though it were written by Stephen King after he's read way too much Lovecraft.
Yeah, okay.
And so I was like, I have the story for you. And I'm a big fan of the buddy cop genre. Like, I love Lethal Weapon. I love Die Hard. I love Bad Boys, Alien Nation back in the day, right? Like,
I love that fucking movie, bro. I love that movie. So underrated, I think, man. And then the TV show.
100%. And so I was like, I like the banter of buddy cop stories. I like that, enemies to friends kind of mentality where it's like two people have kind of opposite notions, and then they have to come together to overcome this common goal. And to apply that within a supernatural setting, within a post-apocalyptic setting, is really what kind of sold Marco on it. And I opened my conversation with Marco. My pitch to Marco for this story was the same one that we have at the front of the Kickstarter. Somebody has murdered Death, and now no one else can die. And he's like, go on.
Thank you for sending me the PDF. I like to read kind of ahead before the podcast, so it's just fresh in my brain, and I keep these thoughts, and I got to page 76 of the graphic novel. And so far, you have a funny joke going on, yes, folks, it's definitely R-rated type comedy in this mother. It's massively funny, though. Just the whole aspect of the character, the Lethal Weapon, I really caught on to that really quickly, man. I'm telling you, I was like, yo, but it's humorous, but it's also intriguing. You're like, yo, what, who did what and why? And I also just saw a scene that I was like, oh shit, why is this guy what's going on? Wait a minute. So I was like, you definitely know how to keep people intrigued and actually care about characters even early on. So before I show that, talk about that type of character development. Like, how where do you come from when you're building your characters to allow me as the reader, like, to really want to care? Like, what angle are you coming from, brother? Because let me tell you, I care about the detective right now and her new partner. Like, I kind of, even though they're like this, so far, it's kind of cool what's going on, and I dig how you build that.
Well, thank you, thank you. Just like with any buddy cop story, right? It's finding what is that human element, that point of connection to that character, and then making that central to them. So we have two characters within this story: Sheila Garcia, who is a human detective, and then her new partner Horace Nightingale, who is the first demon detective. With Sheila, she has PTSD. I mean, she has lived through an actual apocalypse and watched people that she knows die, and it has made her a little, like, a very tough exterior. It has made her a little bit reckless. It has made her a little scary to some of her peers, but she's had to toughen herself up like that because in a world where demons live among us, the demons are stronger, faster, better. They have different drugs, they have different weapons, they've yeah, I mean, they've essentially created a hell on earth, which to them is home. And you have to have a tough exterior to be in a position like her as a detective doing homicide in a world where anyone can snap your neck with a snap of a finger. And so the opening 8 pages, right, which are some of my favorites, and those are up on the Kickstarter so that people can check them out. I mean, he's got.
You know what? You mentioned the keyword there. Let's go. You know, we're gonna show the video in a minute, folks. But before you go on, I just want to say, folks, listen, we got 22 days to go. All right, that's more than enough time. All right, that's like 3 paychecks amongst you out there. So don't be bullshitting me. Somebody's getting paid one of these 3 Fridays. Don't fuck around. All right. And then, you know, we have a wonderful 87 backers. A big old salute to you guys. God bless you, helping independent creators like my man Trev. You know what I mean? He wanted 4 racks. He's at 41.18. Yeah, baby. It is funded. You know, and you know, we're about to show the video, but go ahead and finish what you were saying, man. I just like celebrating these wins, man. When you guys, you know, bring me these projects and, you know, with so much time to go, they're already funded. It makes me so happy, especially when I am enjoying the book too. It's like, yeah, they see what I see. This is crazy. I love it.
Yeah. Again, the book is done. It'll be 168 full color pages in a deluxe hardcover edition, and the $4,000 really just helps pay for the printing. So again, the only thing that we have to do, and now that it's done, right? Like, I can start compiling it. Although I want to hold off in case we had some special stretch goals to add some more pages to it, but it's done. It's ready to go, and the printer's all lined up, and everything's set and ready. So now everything is just stretch goals and cake, which I love.
Yeah, you know, bizcocho. Let's go. Let's talk about some bizcocho right now, folks. We got the stamp of projects we love at Kickstarter. Check out the trailer, and we're about to dig into it. We'll see that beautiful art and a whole lot more. Woo! You see that, folks? All the way to the end of Halloween, baby. It's definitely themed. Jeez, my man ain't playing. But it's a fire project. I mean, you see that art, you see that violence. Demon City, baby. I mean, so talk to me about the team you built. I mean, around here, you know, the story behind him over here. I mean, look at that badass cop. You said the first demon cop, right? I mean, look at this, yo.
Yeah, so Horace, again, is the first demon detective because cops are overwhelmed. They can't keep up with demons, and so they need to hire somebody that is on the same terms as some of the villains that they are battling. And Horace is also a bit of a representation of what demonkind can be, because I don't want them to just be like a stereotype or representative of like a particular ethnicity or anything like that. They are diverse, just like you and me, just like everybody around us. So there's no one particular type of demon. But kind of like Riggs a little bit in Lethal Weapon, Murtaugh in Lethal Weapon, he's a little bit more put together than Sheila. But he's also got some personal things going on in the background. I'm sure you've picked up on in your 76 pages of reading there. He has a bit of a history, and he's seeking redemption. Like, he has done things that he is not proud of, and he is trying to find his way to make up for that.
Oh yeah, and apparently his community feels a type of way about him too.
Yeah. And so the dichotomy between this, this human detective who basically has a death wish and this near immortal demon who, wants to try to do right, the two of them create a fun environment for stories to kind of be played out. And the first one I wanted to do was this one about immortality and the horrors that can potentially provide to people.
It is crazy because you really dug into a horror concept of what people would kind of like test the waters, if you will. But then, again, in my 76 pages, I understood something like, holy shit, well, yeah. All right, so yeah, they may not be dying, but they're still going through some shit.
Yeah. Well, and the title, right? Volume 1, Hell on Earth. It's kind of hitting at two things. So one, yes, demons live among us because we've been through a premature apocalypse, but also now people who should be dying and can't suddenly find themselves in a state of perpetual agony and torture, just like you do in hell. And so it was not a coincidence that was the title that we rested on for this volume.
I love that. Once they kind of brought that up, okay, you brought the concept of what people were doing, and then when he said that, I said, "Oh shit! All right, now I see."
Yeah,
this is wild, yo. You're a sick man, bro. Torturing people. But again, look at this beautiful art. The coloring again, definitely very representative of hell, bro. I feel the heat on this page, bro. Who's your colorist? Because you feel the heat on this mother.
Shan Benion was our colorist. So Marco had introduced me to Shan. I wasn't sure if we were going to do the book in color or black and white when I originally started working on it. And Shan and Marco had partnered on a number of projects prior to my working with them. And so when we approached Shan and asked to do some samples, to do the first issue, to kind of see what they could bring to the project, Shan's understanding of color theory far surpasses my own. And the coloring pages that they were turning in were so perfect, and my head could not wrap itself around what they were pulling in. Like some of the first pages that I had Shan work on were the ones, if you scroll a little bit further on, are the ones with the robbery scene, and everything is like a neon yellow because the demons are using brimstone rounds, and brimstone is sulfur, and sulfur is like a neon yellow, and this neon yellow became this visual theme that Shan kept using throughout the story to kind of represent when demonic things are happening, which I love it. Like, I needed a moment for it to grow on me, but my goodness, now Shan has carte blanche to do whatever they want when it comes to coloring. No notes from me. Brilliant and perfect.
Brilliant and perfect. I mean, talking about those rounds, holy shit, both your artist and your colorist made this a very effed up scene. Holy shit. I mean, this is the kill of the year in comics to see this type of explosion.
Well, and page 6, right? We have to establish how threatening this world is and how tough Sheila has to be. So you've got a single round that'll just take out somebody from the waist up. Like they're not even meat; they're just liquid. At that point,
is crazy, bro. They went poof. Yes. Well, you say a spliff. Apparently they were smoking, and enjoying it, yeah.
and the bullet goes through that person, through the car, and explodes the car with a sulfur round, which starts spreading to all the other cars because sulfur is acidic, like it burns, and it burns when you breathe it. So it's a very uninhabitable situation for humans to be in, and these cops are overwhelmed, and they're waiting for backup, and backup is 2 minutes out. And they're not going to last that long.
Yeah, 2 minutes is more like 2 hours when shit is going down. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's when we introduce Sheila.
Yeah, right? I love this because then you get, again, like you mentioned, that yellowish kind of when shit is going to foul and not in our favor. And there she goes. And this moment right here is exactly when I said lethal weapon.
Yeah, 100%.
I know it was going to happen, of course, but I said lethal weapon right here.
Well, it's that scene where Riggs is on the police cruiser with the smoke, and like the smoke clears and he's driving through, except she's doing the slow Michael Bay walk. Like,
I love it. And look at these MFers, yo. Getting cranked like they Hulk and shit. Again, wonderful. I mean, but look at that art. You got amazing creators, that are digging it. I'm about to talk to Alex in a couple of weeks. Gene Ha, Mark Wade, Dean Haspel, Xander Canning, what John Bibbs himself. I mean, look at this, yo. Fire, man.
Yeah, thank you. They are all friends of mine, and I have been very, very blessed to know them on a personal level. And again, I was very, very humbled by the words that they shared about this project. So it was very validating, I guess, to know that my dabbling within mature readers' books is being well received, not just from the fans, but also from the larger comic community and the creator community.
Especially a boss like Alex that loves doing noir. So you know what I mean. So he's in this space too, where you pulling the kind of, you know, there's a mystery like right now, like who the fuck killed Death and this shit. So you're murdering it to me, no pun intended, right now. And I can't wait to finish the book after our podcast. See what the f is going on. This is gonna be my nighttime reading, folks, and I'm gonna be dreaming about me being immortal. Let's go, be immortal.
Yeah, and Alex's books are phenomenal. His comic book work in crime is amazing. So again, I was really, really blessed that he did that. And then, I mean, Philip Kennedy Johnson too, right? Like he put the horror back in Hulk. He did Superman War World, where it's like Superman, but it's like gladiators. You know,
as we should see Superman fucking raw, uncut. Because I mean, how many stories can we tell about Superman on Earth? You know, and I get it. You know, his humanity. But sometimes we gotta let the boy in blue let go and like, yo, show some respect on his name as the OG. You feel me?
right, 100%.
That's it. You know, but talking about some OG shit right here. This is this book, Demon City, baby. You know, listen, folks. For $1, you can just chip in, being all kind, you know. But as soon as you want to get some actual content, some product right here, you could, you know, digital edition. It's on at $15. Again, you already heard how many pages this is. So this is way worth it. And again, original from an amazing independent creator. You know, deluxe edition is going at $25. And now if you want to start smelling some ink and get high on it, baby, right there, you start at $35. So talk about that hardcover, man. I mean, is this image there the hardcover cover?
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be our cover. That's our issue 1 cover on there. And again, that yellow was just so iconic to the series. I couldn't think of a better way to represent what this book was going to look like.
Do you have a stamp that you can show off or no?
I don't have a stamp on anything just yet, but I think that the hardcover edition also comes with the bare bones version digital edition.
Yeah, there was 2 items included.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're getting those in there as well. So that $35 is probably the best value on there, unless you like scripts and sketches, in which case you can get the hardcover deluxe, which also comes with the script for the whole book, the character sketches, everything that we kind of worked on in the background is all included in there.
Just in case somebody wants to option it, you know, I know how it goes, man. I get it.
Well, if you want to see how we work, right? Like I'm a special features kind of guy, so sometimes I like to see how the sausage gets made.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
And
so I like that one.
And shops out there, you know, you got these retailer bundles as well. So I like that again. You include the shops that want to support indie. Hey, Rubber Chicken out there. I know you support indie. You should take a look at this if you haven't yet. All right, Big J. I gotta send him the link. He should definitely put this on his rack because I think that everybody in the community out there is definitely gonna love this book.
Please do.
Then you got deluxe edition. Well, what do you mean by here though when you say deluxe? What are we getting?
So you're getting the hardcover.
Okay.
You're getting the physical hardcover. You're getting the digital edition. You're getting the scripts. You're getting the character designs. You're getting kind of all the back matter that went into making this book. So it is the hardcover edition and the digital deluxe edition combined into one.
Beautiful. And what was this digital library? What are we talking here?
So a lot of my fans and readers may not necessarily have collected any of the books that I have made before. Albert the Alien started coming out back in 2014 all the way to 2018. You can get all 4 of those graphic novels. Those are 150 pages each. Except for the third one's 200 pages. You also end up getting the entire Los Ojos digital edition at this level as well. So you can see Los Ojos down there right in the lower left-hand corner.
Yeah.
I've got another series in there that is fun for people who like the Harry Potter series called The Witches of Eastwick Boulevard. You get all 5 issues of that series in this digital bundle. Plus, you can also get short stories that I've written like Consumer, Beyond the Pillars, Junkyard Chase, and the fan. So you're getting all of
This
those
is
books.
thousands of pages. This is like over 1,000 pages of comic books, bro.
And only $60.
$60. Like over 1,000 pages of comic book content for $60. Yo, this is probably one of the best deals I've heard in a while. Like, if you break it down, listen, did you get the number? All right. I mean, just those first 4 books is almost reaching that number, including
800.
Yeah.
The Albert books are 800 pages combined.
Jeez.
And that series was nominated for 2 Harvey Awards.
Folks, for $60, you're not gonna. Now listen, no omnibus is even 1,000 pages fixed. They go for almost 125, 200. This is only $60. Don't be cheap now. You got 3 weeks, guys. Don't play around. That's a great deal. Art edition. What are we talking here? What's popping? Hey,
people are gonna love Marco's art, and he is willing to do some commissions for people. Any character you want. Doesn't have to be from Demon City. Again, he loves to draw art, crime noir stuff. So if you want him to draw Dick Tracy, you want him to draw like private detective, you want to do something from Chinatown, like he will eat that up. But if you want him to do Wolverine and stuff too, he can draw Wolverine.
I love you mentioned that. I actually watched Chinatown like a week ago. Great movie. And then I recently just rewatched the original Dick Tracy from the 40s.
Yeah.
Warren Beatty. Like, wow. Yeah, man. No. From the 40s.
Oh, from the 40s. Oh,
OG.
Okay.
Yeah. 1945, I believe it was the year. Yeah, really cool, really funny with Scarface in it first. Interesting. It was fun. Really comic bookish, cool. I wish they would do series like that again, man. Come on, bro. You gotta make the series in Hollywood. That's it. Bring back make movies fun again.
I would love that.
In the movie theater where I don't have to pay the $25. What is it to see one movie? I want to see some cartoons. Come on.
I remember those days. Those were wonderful.
Yeah. So appearance edition, 150. Hey.
You want to get drawn into the series as a human or a demon? In volume 2, you will be a character in that book.
Word?
Yeah.
As part of the story, I mean, within the story pages.
You might. So we haven't written it yet, but you might be like a witness. You might be somebody they bring in to interrogate. You will get at least 1, if not 3 pages, and you will have a speaking role.
You might be somebody that attempted to kill yourself, and and you can't die, and you're gonna go to court to complain and sue death for not dying. I could actually see that shit happening. Like, I want to sue somebody, I ain't dying.
I just die right.
Right. Look at it in the print library. Oh shit, for 200. Now talking about omnibus pricing, I mean, you already heard the amount of pages here. This is a fucking folks. Listen. The holidays is coming. Like, if you guys have a nerd in your life, a geek that loves comic books, this, like, yo, you keep them occupied for the whole year reading.
Yeah, 100%. And again, if you think about the prices that I have, because when I was doing the pricing on this, like, I was trying to figure out how generous I wanted to be. But the Albert trades retail for $20 each. So you're looking at $80 just for the Albert the Alien books. You're at $35 for Demon City and for Los Ojos, because those are hardcover editions.
Oh,
so those two things right there are $70. And so everything on top of that is just free. Right? It's thrown in.
Beautiful self-porn, hardcover books. Come on, guys. You can't say no to that. All right. And then we got Demon City Digital plus print library. And then stuff that are all gone because, folks, you missed out. You missed out on deals because you guys didn't turn on notifications. How dare you? But it's all right. It's all right. We have a lot of time, guys. You know what I mean? So to get into this beautiful book, I mean, look at this book. Again, do I have to show you? I mean, look at the wonderful art, the coloring. Who's your letterer, too? Because your letterer was Boss, too, on Boss level, man.
Yep, Micah Myers. So I've worked with Micah on many, many projects, and I absolutely love working with Micah on stuff, and he really brought it to this book. Like, he understood the assignment and delivered.
Yeah, I love it right there. Wow, he did that, yo. Fucking beautiful. Well done, yo. Again, I mean, I think you built a hell of a team here, Trev.
It's a powerhouse, and again, I'm so incredibly humbled by how well it has done in its first week. It's only been out since October 1st, and we've already hit the goal within the first week. So again, everything else is just cake. So
because they know when they go into the Muellerverse, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just boss business. That's it. It's gonna be a fire book. They know what it is. I mean, Harvey nominated dude right here, y'all. It's murdering the game. And he's bringing your stuff. You see who loved the books. I love the book. Comic Crusaders approved hardcore, man. That seal means something to me when I put it on things like, yo, it's just, I really do believe in the project. So when I talk to these creators, it's because I know what they bring into the game, man. Things you guys are really going to love. And my man Trevor is always bringing the A game. And again, look, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. With this many days to go to already be funded, folks, you know that people are loving his story, so that enough should be an indicator for you to also, you know, dip in, make it rain, baby. Like a strip club. Hey, Trevor won't dance for you though, but you know, just make it rain. Don't worry. At least I don't think you would, right?
you don't want to see me dancing.
Oh man,
No.
but all right. So with this book, once we get over this campaign, because you are calling this Volume 1.
Yep.
Do you have more stories already kind of set in this universe coming?
So we have more stories to tell, but the intention behind Demon City Volume 1 is to solve the mystery, right? It's like a movie, so it is a complete story.
Awesome.
There's nothing left dangling at the end of this tale. You will know who murdered Death, why they did it, and, you know, and the adventure will conclude. So when we do a second volume, like I always had ideas to do more volumes. Like you ever read Brian Michael Bendis's Powers?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So like
I watched
that,
the show, which I enjoyed.
yeah, that was a great show. But so like that, like we can do more volumes that will just follow more murder mysteries. And as you saw within the Kickstarter, right, we've got an appearance edition there, so you can appear in Volume 2. Somebody's already pledged to that, so I kind of have to sit down and start writing the thing.
There we go. Oh shit, awesome.
And so I've like Marco, my artist, again, has kind of come back and said like this is his favorite thing that he's ever worked on. Shan was such a delight to work with here, and I've since worked with both Marco and Shan on 3 more projects that haven't come out yet. They're not in the Demon City universe; they're completely unrelated. And then Micah, right, like with the letters finally bringing it all together and making sure that the text comes through and complements the art, doesn't oversaturate the art. So it's just been a delight to work on. So yes, we have ideas for sequels, whereas Los Ojos was kind of created to be the first of like a trilogy. This book is designed to be a single standalone story, and then we can add to it from there if and when we end up making the sequel, which again I now have committed to doing. So sequel's coming.
Yeah, sequel's coming, but and that's gonna be hopefully after he does the movie for this, and people are gonna option this because this is gonna be hella fun. I mean, I want to see this actually, due to the violence of it, as a wicked, like wild, animated feature. I would love to see this.
Yeah, live action or animated would be a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of anime, so I mean, you can see a lot of my manga series behind me here.
I see. That's a hell of a shelf, kiddo. Holy smokes, I love it, man. I mean, I have all 6 volumes of Akira.
Yep, that's right here.
Oh, hey, you too. There you go, man. And my boy.
They're on their sides, but they're.
Oh yes, that's what I have exactly. And then my boy just really recently gifted me Mark Waid's Incorruptible and Irredeemable Omnis.
Yeah, those are great. Some of my, I mean, I've got Mark Waid stuff all over the place. Kingdom Come and Superman Birthright,
absolutely.
And all kinds of stuff. So I'm a big comic book fan, but like going back to your comment about the violence and stuff, right? Like it's the violence of like Sin City and those types of gritty noir kind of stories. And I like that stylistic approach that they took to the live action adaptation of Sin City as well. So I could even see this working that way. Could be a lot of fun to do.
But in that method with that type of cinematography, fuck yeah, bro. That would elevate Demon City. Hell yeah, it'll read the fucking demonic and wild. Fuck yeah.
Well, it allows you to really kind of lean in hard to that crime noir aesthetic. Yeah. And I mean, while you absolutely can replicate Shan's colors in live action, because we've seen that done in like Blade Runner type movies and those types of things where they've got the hyper saturated neon colors and whatnot. Chinatown to a degree does that with some of its frames as well. But having that hyper stylization to it, I think, really adds to the world that we've built. It's not just Hellboy set in a detective thing. Like it's a lot more to it than that.
No, and again, it's well done. Let me tell you again, it's Lethal Weapon. It's Alienation, folks. You have not seen that movie, y'all better fucking get into that.
I actually recently rewatched that movie.
Well, there you go, gritty noir. Someone is singing my song, Sin City, the comic book adaptation of V. Thanks, Kyle. Yeah, absolutely. Get it done. That's the campaign right there, Kyle. Go ahead, kick in, make it rain. I want to see they get boosted up. Do it right now, though, on the show, man. I'm about to refresh that page. If I see that go up, I'm gonna bring the page back up real quick.
I think Kyle's already backed me. Actually, he's been
back some more,
supporter
Kyle.
on
social
media.
Get your friend. Get your family all involved right now, Kyle.
Kyle's been a very strong supporter on social media, so I very much appreciated all the work that he's done in sharing the link and talking about it, and he's made some YouTube videos about it. So Kyle, thank you so very much. Again, like for me, one of the things that I've really appreciated about this, and kind of building off your early question about like what I learned from Zoop, the support from the community on this book has just been phenomenal. And while we got a lot of support with Los Ojos as well, like I don't know if it was just the fact that we hit the right time, right, with a Halloween-y kind of book coming out in a Halloween season, or if it was just that catch line about, somebody's murdered death and now no one else can die. Something has really resonated with the community of both creators and readers and fans. And again, the turnout for it and the shares and the pledges have just been so phenomenal, and I have just been so grateful and so humbled for that, because I was expecting to have to spend 30 days biting and clawing to try to get to the goal. And
you think you're going to be pulling your hair out and shit. I know, right?
And I've got so much of that right now, right, my friend? So it's I guess we're here on the chin at this point. But no, so it's been really refreshing and a really positive experience overall, which again I consider it very myself very blessed and humbled by that turnout and that support. So thank you very much to everyone who has pledged and shared the link, and thank you to everyone who will do that after they watch this video.
Yeah, man, show that love, man. You see that as a great for independent creator. Now, before we go, talk to me about Comic-Con appearances. Are you any more for the rest of this year? Anything planned for 2025? What's popping in the Mueller Travelverse?
Yeah, so I'm done with conventions for this year. I've still got some library things that I'm gonna be doing in my local community. I like to do a lot of local library stuff. I'm actually gonna be emceeing a Smash Brothers tournament.
Oh,
my local library convention.
Do you game in Smash Brothers though? You any good?
Oh, I haven't played Smash Brothers since college.
But were you any good though?
Yeah, I was all right. I knew some moves in that game, but I do enjoy gaming every now and then when I get a chance to do so. But I spend most of my time doing storytelling and this stuff. But I've got a couple of more things that I'm doing for library communities. I volunteer. I do workshops for the next generation of storytellers to try to help them tell their stories and get them made out there as well. And then I'm still putting together the 2025 schedule. I've applied to all the same shows that I usually do and love to do. Would love to be back to Emerald City, C2E2, my hometown show, Fan Expo, and a number of those shows I'll hopefully end up doing, but at least Chicago I'll hopefully get into. Would love to be back to New York. I know New York is next week. Sadly, I'm not going to be there this year. But I've got kids, so there's only so many things that I can come do. Would love to come back to Heroes to Baltimore.
I could forgive you. He got kids. He can't just put them in the suitcase and take them,
Well, and they're at an age where it's like they are discovering their fandoms, but they haven't they're going to be very bored behind a table after 2 hours, and I got to stay at that table and do my thing and sell books because that's how I pay for the hotel room, right?
Yes.
So, but yeah, so So I haven't finalized the appearance schedule for next year just yet. That'll be coming out probably a little bit later this year. But hoping to hit up those same shows that I absolutely love doing, and maybe add a few more to the list in the meantime. But all of those end up getting announced on my website, trevoramueller.com, or in my newsletter at trevoramueller.com/newsletter. And again, I also talk about them on social media, so feel free to find me, follow me, friend me. Trevor A. Mueller is my handle on every single platform. So I try to make it easy to find
down. You locked that down on the social. That's right. It's right there, folks. X, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you need. Trevor A. Mueller is right there. You're going to find it. And of course, I'm sharing his website as well. TrevorAMueller.com. Right? Easy peasy. And of course, this is the most important link in the whole business right here. You got to support is the project. On Kickstarter, live now, 22 days to go, mi gente. Right? You know, again, a big old salute to your 87 backers. Yo, again, it's amazing when I see independent get support like this, and you know, and this fast. You know, you still got 22 days to go. So let's get this to 10 racks, 20 racks. Let's make it happen. Right? Let's go. Let's manifest, kiddo. I love it.
We've got a couple of stretch goals in there. Again, we just unlocked one at the $4,000 level, which was the reveal of who's doing the third pinup that you can get in the add-on section. So again, that's Ben Templesmith who's going to be doing that third pinup. We actually got to the stretch goal before he gave me the art. So the art is coming Thursday.
So like, man, you got to do it now. You're committed. It's done.
Yeah. So as soon as I have it in, I'll make that update to the Kickstarter page so everyone will get a chance to see what his pinup looks like. But I've already posted the ones from Robert Carey and from John Bivens. At the $5,000 level, everyone who backs at a physical reward level is going to be getting bookmarks. And so we're going to have bookmarks that we end up making on that one. And then we've got a locked tier that we're not revealing until or unless we reach the $10,000 level. So
it's coming. We got 20 days to go. It's getting there. You know, you're gonna do them at fallen levels.
All I will say is there's a reason I haven't sent this book off to the printer yet.
Yeah, folks, that's a tease. So you know, let's get it funded right at that rate, so that way you send those books out and you get those special treats. Again, that's the link, you know, right there below. Please show the love. It's also in the show notes. I make it easy. So click away, show the love, man. Please follow my homie on his website. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Go check out his newsletter, you know. And of course, on social, show some love and stay tuned to everything that my big homie doing over here, man. Yo, T, I really appreciate you coming on, you know, and talking comics with us and talking about this amazing project that is Demon City, baby, Volume 1, Hell on Earth, you know, and that's also, you know, a Mobb Deep, right, track. I love it. You doing all this dope stuff and mixing. You're mixing all my favorite stuff together, bro. This is why I love this book, man. I'm digging it. You know, I can't wait to finish it after the podcast, folks. Yes, it's gonna be my going to sleep book. I can't wait. Put it on my tablet, you know, right after this. So again, Trev, you rock, my Crusaders. Everybody that tuned in on X and on YouTube and on Facebook, thank you so much. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. You know what it is? Check out everything Comic Crusaders at comiccrusaders.com. Check out my family over at undercovercapes.com. All right? And check out Trevor everywhere else. You know what? Trevor A. Mueller, Omega. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Wepa!
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.